What's up guys, how you guys doing? So this week I want to talk about my Anfield experience. The first time I went to Anfield as a fan obviously, so let's have it. In November 2011 I boarded a plane from South Africa to England. I literally could not contain my excitement, okay? I was literally practicing singing the songs for that week. I was getting a little bit rowdy at home, trying to sing wherever I could in the shower, but I was getting so excited. And I would be watching videos for that week of Anfield, and literally, that was obviously the first time I'd be seeing it live, right? So I was looking at photos, looking at I was just very, very pumped, okay? So we arrived in England, first stop was Manchester. Okay, I'm sorry guys, but not me. So basically, in South Africa, football isn't really as much of a religion as it is in other countries, right? So here we basically kind of choose our team, but I chose my team based on my dad. So my dad supported Liverpool when he was younger, so obviously I supported them. But my Dafka one brother, my youngest brother, decides, nah, I'm supporting Man United. I gave him shit. We tried to persuade him to support Liverpool, and my friends, they were nah, support the better team in red, support Man United, and eventually he just supported Man United. So I've pretty much hated my friends since then. I'm joking. But so first stop was Manchester. Watched a game there, Man United versus Newcastle. Honestly, one of the most awkward situations in my whole life, okay? We sat on the opposite end to the Stretford end, and so obviously in the Manchester United end, right? So my brother, we were watching, and I think Newcastle scored first from Demba Ba. It was a penalty. So the oak next to me, he starts shouting at me how's that a flip? How's that a bad penalty? How's that a penalty, man? Come on! I'm I don't know. What a shit decision. But meanwhile, my brother on my right hand side, I was high-fiving him under the chairs, because he also supports Liverpool. So then Demba scored. I was damn it, man, damn it! But I was actually celebrating inside, obviously, right? So the game there ended 1-1. So I went around the stadium tour. Quite an amazing stadium, I must be honest. Magical stadium. I mean, obviously one of the best teams in England. Obviously not better than Liverpool, but one of the best teams in England. So yeah, it was quite an experience. So since then I was waiting to go to Anfield. So next day we arrive in Liverpool, and so we get to our hotel, we check in, whatever. We walk down the road to the main shopping center. I don't know what it's called, really the fancy shopping center. I don't know what it's called, to be honest. Go to the local shop there, get all our gear for the game ahead, and it was versus Man City, right? So the town was pumping, okay, scarves everywhere. I just kind of felt at home, if that makes sense. Just everybody around me supported Liverpool. It's quite a weird experience for me as well, where here everyone supports either United or Chelsea or Liverpool, but the majority United. So it's quite a weird experience there, but loved every minute of it. Loved being in the town with everybody, with the buzz, couldn't wait for it. So the next morning we wake up all cheerful, and then on comes the news that Gary Speed had passed away, unfortunately. We were sad about that, but we were actually more sad and scared that the game would be cancelled. We were actually shitting ourselves that we had paid all that money to go all the way to England, all the way to watch Liverpool, and for the game to be cancelled. There was actually talk a few hours before the game that the game wouldn't go ahead, and we were very unfortunate, because obviously we only had extended our stay till our date, and obviously the game would be played at a later date, so obviously we wouldn't get to watch that game. So we were shitting ourselves, and then we get a message saying that the game's on. So now we flippin' pumped up, okay? You're walking straight down the road with everybody's all happy, everyone's drinking, So we get there, and we have the legendary fish and chips, put the tomato sauce on. Lovely meal before the game, and everyone's really cheerful, So we were looking and trying to find our way around the place, trying to see where we needed to go, trying to get the feel of everything, trying to feel the vibe, get around. So we finally made our way around. I'm not sure what end it is, but we made our way towards the end where the Hillsborough is. So we went to that end, and as we got there, the team started arriving. But obviously, like the people who have been there before, they knew they were coming that time and where to go. So we were like quite near the back, couldn't really see anything. We just saw like the main team buses arrive and a few players coming on, hearing the cheers, but like we couldn't really see anything. So now we're like really feeling the energy, right? So we go and buy the match day program, which is this one here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure if it's focusing or not, but this one with Bellamy on the front, and inside the main contents were the interview with Jack Robinson. He's now, I think, at Blackpool, so it's quite a change from 2011. Then you've got the kids zone with Pepe Reina, also gone, crazy change. Then can't get enough of Jose Enrique, also like on his way out. Then you got your skipper's notes. Yeah, just talking about the Man City team, talking about the Liverpool team, you know. So we're walking to our seats through the turnstile and we're just climbing stairs and we just climbing stairs. Then eventually we come down and we were like very, very close to the pitch. It was great. Okay, so we walked down the main stairs of the stand and went all the way down to the barriers to where the field was, and we saw like the Man City guys training, warming up. Very cool, quite a cool experience. Obviously taking a lot of photos, first time there, you know. And then we're getting ready for the game. Liverpool comes out again to train. They all go back in, and then you hear that Premier League music. Then you just know it's game time. Man City started from the far end. Liverpool started from the close end towards us, and then you hear "You'll Never Walk Alone." The song comes on. I got shivers, like absolute shivers. I'm even getting shivers now, like it's a bit weird. So I got shivers, right? As the music starts, you just feel in the moment of being there that you are home. You know, like that's your home, if that makes sense. Like that song just resembles everything that we are about, that we're a family. So you pick up your scarf, you start singing, you know, and wow, just power. Like I thought I was gonna cry. Like I was tearing up singing the song. It's quite something being there for the first time, to be honest. It's not something that I would have liked to have got my whole life without experiencing. It's very unique. I think Man City scored first with Company, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who scored the goal. I think it was Company though. So there was 1-0 to them, and then second half, Charlie Adam with a shot from about 30-40 yards out, deflected. I'm not sure of who, and as it was deflected, okay, half dived to my left, okay, and we were just sucking the ball in, if that makes sense. We're like, and this ball just kept coming, and hit the back of the net. And I just remember that feeling. It's hard to explain, but I just remember that feeling of such joy. I jumped up, I just hugged my dad, I hugged my brother, hugged my other brother. It was crazy. That's probably one of the best moments I've ever had in my life. Like that split, like second or a few seconds. Wow, I have not experienced anything like that ever. Game ended 1-1. A little bit upsetting that we didn't watch Liverpool win, but very happy that we didn't lose. I mean, obviously going there for your first time and you lose, it's not obviously the best experience. So that was really cool that we didn't actually watch a defeat. So you're walking back, and now we get lost. Okay, you just keep walking, and now there's just no people, and like it's very scary. Like it's dark alleyways, it's very scary. We were shitting ourselves, to be honest. And the thing is, when you're foreigners, you don't really understand like the culture there, so you're not sure if it's actually safe or it's actually dangerous. So there were no cabs, we didn't know what to do. So we saw a police car. We asked them, listen, like, can you please help us? Like, we need to get back to our hotel. She's like, where you guys from? You guys sound South African. I'm like, yep, we're from South Africa. How'd you know? She goes, no, I'm from South Africa as well. So we're like, where? So she goes, Springs. So Springs in South Africa is very dangerous. Not very dangerous, but like it's a very dodgy area. So like you wouldn't want to be there at night or you wouldn't walk around there without being like in a group, if that makes sense, because it's quite a dodgy area, okay? So she's like, why are you here? Like, why are you in this area? So we're trying to get back from the game. We had no taxi. We couldn't find anything. So she goes, guys, it's not safe. Like, Springs is safer than here. So now we absolutely shitting ourselves. So we're like, please, can you at least drive us somewhere that we can like be safe, if that makes sense? She goes, I'm sorry, I'm on duty, I can't. So we like eventually call a taxi. It comes like half an hour later. So after the game, we were walking around for about an hour and a half, but absolutely shitting ourselves. Okay, but we made it alive. I'm back here to tell the story. Crazy experience.